everyone. Hope you're well. Well, at least better than I am. You see, I currently have COVID, and it is kicking my ass this week. So I've been somewhat out of commission the past 7 days or so as far as getting any content uploaded to this channel goes. However, today I finally pulled together the strength to get in my studio, grab a guitar, and get some playing done. So here we are. And what we're going to do today is learn a short and relatively easy guitar solo by the great Mark Knopfler, the intro solo to Lady Writer from Dire Straits' 1979 album, Communique. Now, as you know, Mark Knopfler is a finger picker, and many of his solos can get rather involved in that regard. However, this lovely and short intro solo to Lady Writer can pretty much be plucked in its entirety with one finger. I do get my thumb involved very briefly at the end of this solo, but it's all still pretty easy stuff. Plus, there's none of those rather quick and somewhat difficult finger-picked scale runs that he often likes to throw into his solos. At least in this intro solo, that is. He does get into all that stuff in the main mid-song solo, but for the purposes of this tutorial, we do not have to worry about that. That said, if you have any interest in learning the main solo to this one, just hit me up down in the comments down below, and maybe we'll have a look at it in the coming week or two when I'm feeling a bit better. But for now, let's dig into how to play this intro solo to Lady Writer by the great Mark Knopfler. Alright then, the intro solo to Lady Writer by Mark Knopfler and Dire Straits. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and we are on the bridge and middle pickup, so position 2 of your selector switch on a Stratocaster. We're working in the rather odd key of C sharp minor. 3 chords that we're soloing over: A major, B major, and C sharp minor, of course. Over and over again. So we're going to break up this tutorial into 4 simple licks, and before we do that though, we are working in the C sharp natural minor scale, not touching upon the bottom 3 strings a whole lot here, so just going to show you the C sharp natural minor on the top 3 strings. So it's 4, 6, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. We don't touch upon that note at all in this solo, I don't think, but I think we hit all the other ones. So let's have a look at the first lick. And that is the first lick. So we're sliding from 4, and I'm plucking all of these with my middle finger. Now, if you're an experienced finger picker, you can figure this out, right? It's not that difficult to solo. It's pretty slow. There's nothing too quick about it. But you can play this entire solo plucking everything with just one finger if you're a beginner finger picker, and then maybe you can add your thumb a little bit later on once you get comfortable with it. You know, but you can play the whole solo one finger. I plucked every one of those with my middle finger. So, but as we progress, when we get to about lick 3 or lick 4 of this one, I am going to be adding my thumb because it's really not that difficult stuff. So anyway, first lick, sliding 4 to 6 of the G string. And really giving it a good pluck. You know, Mark Knopfler is all about dynamics and soft, loud, and really digging into certain notes, right? He really digs into this one. You really want to hear it pop. Sliding 4 to 6. Now the song starts with a drum beat, and it's kind of at the end of a 4 count. So it's like 1, 2, 3, drum beat, start. And so like 1, 2, 3, 4. With the drum beat landing on the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you slide into that 6 of the G, you give it some vibrato. Now we're going to drop down here to the 7 of the B string, off to the 4 of the B, and then hammer on to the 5. And again, that's 7, a real good pluck. So off to the 4, hammer on to the 5, and then you're going to pick that note again. Now a very slow little trill between 4 and 5 before dropping back onto the 6 of the G with a plucked note. And that is the end of the first lick, so let's cover that nice and slow. Got it? Let's move on to lick 2. All right, lick 2. So we're grabbing the 7th fret of the B string for a nice full step bend. You're going to let the note sit just ever so briefly on the natural note at the 7th fret before raising it a full step. And then you're going to grab the 5th fret of the high E with your index finger here while you still have this bent. You're going to grab that quickly and then go back to the bent note and release it. And then you're going to release that bend off to the 5 and then hammer back onto the 7. And then grab the 6 of the G. Now back to the 5 of the B, and then back to that 6 again. One more time. And that is the second lick in this solo. Let's have a look at the third lick. All right, so lick 3. That is lick 3. So we're going to go 4, 5, 6 of the G string, starting with a hammer on from 4 to 5, and then we're going to pluck the note at the 6. Now jump down here to the 7 of the B, pull it off to 5, right back onto 7 for a full step bend. Now get your pinky down here on the 7 of the high E, and then right back to that bent note, and then release it. So you're going to release that bend off to the 5, and then you're going to do a double hit at the 6 of the G. Got it? Now at this point I do like to switch to my thumb for that double hit on the 6th fret of the G string. Because now we're going to do a couple of mutes before getting into what is the 4th lick in this solo. Right there, and they're easier to do with your thumb than up picking them with your middle finger. And I switch right there to my thumb. And right there, you're going to hit 2 mutes before starting what is going to be the 4th lick. And then we're going to get into the 4th lick. So let's have a look at that 4th lick now. So coming off the 2 mutes, still using our thumb, we're going to hammer on 4 to 6. And then we're going to pull off 5 to 4 of the B string. Back to our middle finger here. Back to our thumb, pulling off 6 to 4 of the G. Up to a double hit of the 6 of the D. Now back to our middle finger again. 4 to 6 of the G. Into a full step bend. And then you release it back to the natural note. And then we're into the first verse. I like to embellish that a little bit. Give that a nice little double pump. Right? So, and then... And that is it, my friends. That is how you play the solo, the intro solo to Lady Writer by Mark Knopfler. Let's run through it one last time, nice and slow, and then we'll be done. All right, hope that helped you out. Were you looking to learn this classic Knopfler solo from Communique, 1978, 1979? Hope you're well out there, better than me, and I'm getting better, I'm recovering. Out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you. You guys take care of yourselves and those around you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.